Best of R / Tales from Retail episode 36. So my parents own a family bookstore in a small town. We've had some issues with people shopping online after wasting our employees' time in the past, but we try to ignore that. I usually have to help out around the store doing inventory and cleaning, but I'm usually not behind the register. This Christmas Eve we were short-staffed and the store was packed, so my mom taught me just enough that I could run one of the registers. I could ring people up paying with credit card or cash, and I could look up if we had a book on hand. That was it. So throughout the day, I had to call over another employee whenever someone had a gift certificate, wanted a return, or any other semi-complicated task. Most people were very patient when I explained that I was new and needed someone else to help them. One old lady came up to the register with a stack of 15 plus books. She wanted a gift receipt, so I had to ask another employee for help. Rather than be upset that it would be a minute before someone could help her, she told me about everyone she was buying presents for. It was a very nice conversation, and at the end of it she said I look up all the book reviews on online retailer, but then I come in here to buy them locally. Just a nice story about someone shopping locally and being patient with a new worker around the holidays. Thank you. Next. Short one today of a minor but funny screw up I've just done. Work in a service station that sells hot food. We heat the food up in an oven in our back area. How the procedure works is that you set the oven to a program that'll preheat it to whatever temp it needs. Then it beeps at you to put the food in. 35 minutes later you're good to go. Anyway, today was going like any other day. Turned the oven on to preheat and put the food on trays to get it ready to put in. However, I must have completely blacked out during this because I put the trays into the oven and shut the door. Cue my surprise when I hear the buzzer 10 minutes later and think that shouldn't be done yet. It takes a lot longer than that to cook. Now, after some select curse words at myself, I have a fresh batch of food cooking. The first batch to write off and a back area that smells incredibly strongly of horrible burnt pastry. Gonna be a fun one to explain to my boss when he gets in. Thank you. Next. I've seen a lot and dealt with a lot with almost 10 years in retail management. From having a machete pulled on me to watching parents fist fight over this season's hottest toys or having crackheads OD in the restroom. One of the funniest stories I can think of is of a shoplifter we had detained. She was brought in by security for trying to shoplift a $2 ice cream bar. We had suspected she was shoplifting for a while. This time security spotted her in the act. She was pulled into the office to be processed. Generally they just make sure you don't have any more of our product, have them sign some paperwork banning them from the stores, and send them on their way. She was asked before her bag was checked if she had anything in there she shouldn't have. She said number. When security searched it she had a bunch of crack. And that's the story of how it went from a simple shoplifting incident to the police being called and a felony possession charge. Thank you. Next. I work at a popular second-hand electronics/games shop in the UK. One of our biggest issues is people stealing DVDs and video games from other shops just down the road from us and then coming to our shop to sell them to us. Anyway, this happened on the right before Christmas. I had just started my shift when two police officers suddenly waltz into the shop and talk to a customer who just sold at least £50 worth of games and expensive DVD box sets. Turns out he had stolen them from a nearby shop. His wife and kid had met him at our shop and claimed to have no idea about it. He tries to argue with the coppers, but to no avail as within 5 minutes he is marched out in cuffs. His wife also said that we're getting a divorce. Our child doesn't deserve a thief for a dad. Before sobbing and leaving. Imagine being that much of a knob that you get yourself arrested in front of your kid and wife right before Christmas. TLDR. Guys sells us stolen goods, gets arrested, loses wife and kid 2 days before Christmas. Thank you. Next. There's a woman who all of my fellow associates and managers all dread. I've heard stories, but never met her until today. She's in her 60s, and just too much. Me. A equals other associate, M equals manager, C equals customer. Me. Hi, how are you today? Is there anything you're looking for in particular? C. I'm fine. I have my ticket. Me. Thinking. Ticket? For what? Okay. C. How much are these? $15? Me. They're buy one get $1.15. C. So, how much will it be? Me, just whatever you pick out, that price, then $15. C, saying it again slowly and aggressively. Me, there are some pieces that are $29, and some are $35. It's whichever you pick out, plus the other for $15. C proceeds to give me a glare, then shuffle off mumbling. We get to the registers and she's still going on about her ticket, receipt, in incoherent, half sentences. Finally she starts making sense. She bought something too. 5 weeks ago that was $99 regular price per her receipt. She noticed since then online, the price went down to $79 online as the regular price and wants the difference made up. I tell her I don't know how to do anything about this, and I'll ask my manager. Meanwhile, I overhear her trying to talk all sweet to the other associate, and get what she wants faster. I'm in the back now asking M about the situation and she says, "Is that C's name out there? Just give her whatever she's asking for to get her crazy ass out of here." I go back to the floor and things are getting heated. C keeps getting louder and more belligerent with I is trying to explain to her she can't just give her the item almost for free because unfortunately, that's not happening because that's the new clearance, regular price and we can't adjust that. C is talking all over A and yelling, "Hey, I'm standing right here, there's no need to scream at me. Please do not scream as I'm trying to explain to you we can't return anything without the item here, and you can't get the item for virtually nothing." C, screaming, "I'm not screaming, you won't listen to me. A, you're screaming at me right now. Lower your voice, and you listen to me. It's not going to happen. You pay $XX. XX. Is that the price you wanted?" C, "Yes." A, "Okay then, why are you mad?" C, "Because I worked retail and by law, I know you can't have two different prices. I want the lower price." A, "Considering we don't know when the price went down and if they were the same price at the time, we can't give you that discount." C, "Where is your manager? I want to talk to her now. I'm calling corporate and reporting you. This is bad. This is only happening because IT's all black and white." Yes, she played the card. A, "Okay." M, comes out with her lunch interrupted. "How can I help you, Mrs. Customer?" C, "Blah, blah, blah. I want that extra $25 off." M, "We can't do that. The price difference is because reason, and you already received 2 substantial discounts on that item. Plus, we can't do an adjustment without a return, and the item here." C, "I'm going to pay off my store card after calling corporate and never shop with you again. Your company is a bunch of crooks with how you treat people. I'm never coming in here again." M, "Okay, sorry to hear that. Have a nice day anyway." M then looks at both of us and says, "You know, the hilarious thing is that even if she calls and tells them that story, they'll just tell her to come to the store. Thank you." Next. This situation happened at work tonight. I'm still kind of pissed off about it, so I need to vent. First, I will give you a little information about my job. At the store I work at, we have to card everybody for cigarettes and alcohol no matter how old they are. It's our store policy, and if we break it we get immediately terminated. We even have to card for certain medicines that require you to be 18 years or older in order to purchase. The legal drinking age here is 21, and also the age to buy cigarettes has now been changed from 18 to 21. The only type of IDs we can accept are driver's license / state issued, military ID, or passports. And they have to be valid, non-expired, non-damaged IDs. This is where our story starts. So this dude comes up to my register with 2 cases of beer and asked if these were the ones on sale. I price checked them and they were indeed on sale. He wanted them, so I rang the first one up and asked for his ID. Justin, for your information, when ringing up an age-restricted product our registers will immediately ask for ID. We cannot bypass the prompt or continue with the transaction until the ID has been checked. So back to the story. The guy produces an ID that is expired and has void stamped into it. I inform him that unfortunately we cannot accept expired IDs. He then told me that he has a paper in his car from the DMV stating that he put in for a new ID. He said that if I needed to see it he could go get it. I said that I wasn't sure if we could accept that, but I would call my manager and see if he would allow it. The guy went out to the car to get the paper and I called my manager. The guy comes back in and we are waiting for the manager to come to the front. The guy gets annoyed while we wait and is like, you can see on the ad in the paper that I'm old enough, so why can't you just sell it to me? I told him that we have very strict policies when it comes to checking ads and if we don't follow them we get immediately terminated. He grumbled some response and I told him that I'm not risking my job over some beer. The guy then proceeded to tell me how he was rude to his GF when he went to his car. The manager had not yet come up to the front, so I called him again. The guy was getting impatient and was still trying to convince me to just sell him the beer and the cigarettes he also asked for. I informed him again that I could get fired for it and that I had to wait for manager approval. The dude kept complaining and I was like, look dude, I have a family to take care of. I can't afford to lose my job over some beer and cigarettes. He was like, I understand that you have a family to take care of, but I just want to drink my beer and smoke my cigarettes. I was like, your need to do that doesn't even compare to me needing to take care of my family. Like, this guy didn't even give a fuck that I could lose my job. All he cared about was his damn booze and cigs. While we were still waiting, a co-worker came up and asked if I needed help with anything and I just told her about needed approval from a manager. At the time I paged the manager, he ended up being in the office taking care of something and he couldn't leave. The co-worker went to the office and explained the situation to the manager. She came back out shortly with an answer. She told the dude that unfortunately we couldn't take any expired ads even with paperwork because it is against our store policy. The guy was like, are you fucking kidding me? We were like, number. He told us that his girlfriend was going to come back in and buy the beer. I said that we can't allow her to buy him beer because he needs to have a valid id. He was like, well, it's not for me and she is going to come in and buy the same beer. I was like, well, due to our store policy we can't allow the sale. She clearly would be buying it for him and we can't allow that. The guy angrily left the store. Warning. Rant ahead. I don't understand how people get so fucking mad about being carded for alcohol and cigs. They want to take out their anger on the cashiers like we made up the rules. I do understand why the guy was frustrated. He was old enough to buy the items, but we can't break our policies for him or anybody. He kept saying it was our fault. No dude, it's not our fault. The government and our corporate office set those rules. People need to stop getting mad at cashiers for doing their job and following the law. Thank you. Next. This story is about the same lady I had an issue with when she ordered some pants online to pick them up in store. She promised she wouldn't return but quickly came back. This happened the day after Black Friday. Reminder, I am a merchandising manager at a department store. Me equals me, C equals customer, A equals associate. Okay, so for Black Friday and Saturday, our company put out an early bird coupon that expires at 1 p.m. Now, at 1 p.m., the line was still long, so the general manager extended that coupon until the line died, which was around 4 p.m. That's an extra 3 hours that customers had to use the expired coupon. It is now 7 p.m. The line is fairly long, so an associate and I went up to the registers to help the cashiers. As I'm ringing up, I notice the customer I had an issue with last time next in line. The associate calls her up. Everything is normal until I hear this exchange. Hey, alright, your total is XX. XX. C, I have this coupon with me. Hey, I'm sorry ma'am, but that coupon expired at 1 p.m. C, no it doesn't. Where does it say that? A, points to the big bold red until 1 p.m. letters. Right there ma'am. C, oh well, I didn't see that. A, I'm sorry about that. Well, your total is XX. XX, how would you like to pay? C, isn't there anything you can do about the coupon? A, I'm sorry ma'am, but we actually extended the coupon for an additional 3 hours after it expired. It is now 6 hours past, so unfortunately I can't take the coupon. Would you like to talk to the manager? He's right behind me. C, sees me and, I think, recognizes me. Ugh, no, whatever, I'll just use me card. About an hour later. A, hey Naviho, there's a customer wanting to talk to you on the phone. She's on line 2. Me, alright. Me, thanks for holding. This is Naviho speaking. How can I help you? C, hi. Okay, so your cashier didn't want to accept my coupon earlier today. Here's what happened. I came into store at around 11 a.m. today to do some shopping, but the line was wrapped around the whole store and I had my dog with me, so I left to drop him off. Then I came back at 1 PM and the line was still too long, so I left. Then I go at 6 after the line has died down a little and I didn't see that the coupon expired at 1. Me, I see. So what exactly is your question? C. Well, can you do anything about it? I spend a lot of money there. Me. Well, we extended that coupon an extra 3 hours until the line died. Unfortunately, we also received an email from corporate about the recent increase in coupon abuse, and because we already extended the coupon, we can't honor it. Side note, that actually wasn't a lie. We really did receive that email and people at other locations were actually getting terminated over it. C. I'm one of your best customers. You should do this for me. Me. I'm sorry mom, but like I said, because of the 3-hour extension, we cannot. C. Ugh, whatever. I'll call tomorrow and try a different manager. Clicks. Me in my head. Good luck with that. The assistant manager tomorrow is far less likely to do anything about it than me.